Hello everyone, Megaloves Games here, and well, you can already see this is kind of not my build, but it kind of is at the same time. This is the Aluna Headlands art gallery that was created by TheSimSupply. The video went up Sunday, I believe was the day that it went up, and that evening I was like, right, I'm gonna turn this into an apartment. So I did. And here it is. This is the build. Yeah, it was quite fun to build. It was kind of more of a challenge in terms of interior design. I just wanted to get it to look super cool in terms of interior designing and stuff. It may have done, it may not have. It's me. You can't be perfect. I mean, I'm no Delhi, obviously, but well. So I kind of split it up into four apartments. As you can see here now, I do all the doors on that exterior kind of balcony sort of area. You kind of walk through the hallway where the mailbox is, and you just kind of have all the front doors kind of facing out onto the cliff. I thought that was quite a cool idea. Plus it meant that I could fit every single one in from like one place. Because if I were to do it where the first two came from the hallway, then I wouldn't be able to do it with the second two, like the further back ones, as you can see. So yeah, this is it so far. That's me being an absolute idiot. It's like, this is it so far, this is my thing. You can see it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I actually love the way I did this entrance area, this little foyer. Yeah, I think it worked out really cool. So, yeah, stick a bunch of mirrors in. Because mirrors, who doesn't love mirrors? Mirrors are the best. Get some mirrors in your life, guys. Even if you... Like, I don't mean to sound vain when I say I like mirrors, because I hardly ever look in mirrors, but mirrors in interior design look cool. And then I used these little wall column things that came with Roaring Heights. Don't worry, they don't stick out of the ceiling, because there's like another floor above it where he does the roof, the fancy roof thingy. So yeah, that's cool. I've changed very, very little in terms of the exterior. Literally just added and took away a few windows just to make sure that every room had some light in, you know, some natural light. And that was basically it, really. And I kind of wanted to keep this lovely kind of metal floor that James put in. So I kind of kept it for most of the rooms. I think all the living spaces and the bathrooms have that. And I know all the bathrooms have the concrete, because I went with generic bathrooms, because they were little small things, so I was like, they gotta be generic. And yeah, all these all these front rooms have the same sort of wall, but it's a different colour. You'll see it shortly. It's quite cool. I also love these counters when they're done. As you can see, I kind of went with this thing where like that bluish marble tile then kind of came out, so it looked like it was like seamless. I don't know, that was my brain at that point, because my brain. And this one's more so a bachelor pad than any of the rest. They all kind of have their own kind of feeling to them. Like one would be for like two roomies, female roomies. This one's kind of a bachelor pad. There's one that's kind of more of like a warm kind of couple kind of house. Well, apartment, I should say. So, yeah. Just sticking in the diesel chairs because they look very bachelor-y, because they're quite cool. I decided to stick some sushi on there because what dude don't like sushi? I don't know. I'm sure some dudes don't like sushi. I decided to also have an award on the Fingo. there's where I put the apartment mailbox, which is nice. But I put like a little award bingo on the table because I thought that looked quite cool. And then we kind of move on to the living space. I think I did a really cute job of this. Not cute per se. This isn't the house for cute. This is the house for awesome. I kind of stuck these columns in a way that made it look like the shelf kind of came out of them, which was quite cool. And I think I stuck a second shelf in. I was gonna do a bunch of them, as you can see, but it kind of looked stupid, so I kind of just did those two and stuck one singular plant on there, and it looked quite cool. I felt like it worked with like minimalism. I don't know, it just kind of felt right, you know when it feels right. And then we got the old diesel travel case kind of thing going on underneath. Was gonna do these rugs like this, but I ended up doing a really cool thing with them, which is this, and then I kind of offset it with a nice circle in the center. I don't know. It kind of worked, it kind of didn't. There was like a bit of me that was like, I don't know if I like that. But yeah. This is the bedroom. I love this bedroom. This bedroom turned out really nicely. If you saw on Twitter, I kind of gave away the a couple pictures. I gave away a shot of the thumbnail, and I then gave away a shot from the house, which happened to be a shot of this bedroom. I really do like this bedroom. I think it looks really cool. It looks kind of industrial-ish, which is nice in itself. I kind of wanted to make sure that there was a study area in here though, so that's what I'm doing right now. I kind of liked the way that looked with the desk kind of coming straight out from the wall. It's actually quite funny because it reminds me of the desk in my bedroom, which is actually my sister's room, but I kind of stay here when I'm here. And that is, it's an IKEA one from the Expedite set. I don't know I think they just discontinued it, which sucks as well. It's like that one with the big, like, shelving units that are made out of squares. And then they have the desk that attaches from that. That's where the inspiration for sticking that desk in the way I did came from. And was trying to find something to fit on this wall to look good, and I ended up just sticking that nice little bamboo little tree work of art thing on the wall from the store. A lot of diesel stuff goes into this house, but a lot of other stuff does too. We're moving on to the second house. This one has more of a warm kind of feeling. There's a lot more cream rather than like blacks and greys. I don't know, I just feel like it was a little bit warmer, even though we do keep quite a few like darker colours, like these darker blacks. I just felt like it worked better, you know. And I forgot a sink in that last house, so I was like, woo, let's put a sink in while I remember. And then I did like a little shelving thing, because you know how I feel about shelving. I've kind of gone that way recently. All my builds at the moment have so many shelves in. And I've already done next week's. Next week's is a very important one. I've even recorded the commentary for that. I did that like a week ago. Yeah, next week's a really important one. It involves a lot of shelving as well, so prepare your butts for that. So, yeah. I was kind of struggling to find a chair for this kitchen, because I wanted it to be somewhat modern, but I didn't want it to be completely modern. I felt like there was like I wanted it to be contemporary, but I didn't want it to be like that really like super modern, horrible. Well, not horrible, because I like it, but you know what I mean. Had to put in one of these chairs, because you know how I feel about those chairs. Oh wait, you don't know how I feel about these chairs. I just realised the commentary that I did where I was talking about these chairs is next week's. I got gifted this set by a wonderful, wonderful person. I'm trying to remember your name and it's really bad, but I don't remember your name and it's really bad. But somebody gifted it to me for my birthday, and I did thank them. Trust me, I did. Every time I get a gift on the Sims 3 store, I'm just like, oh my god, thank you. And you all know that because I did that with the World of Wonder set from Arthur. I did it with Mouse getting me the Ultra Lounge bedroom set. And then when... Oh, you don't even know this either. Wee Albert got me the Brunch at the Old Mill set for my birthday. This is the first commentary I've done since... This is the first video speed build of mine that you'll see before my birthday. After my birthday, I should say. So all my new gifts that have come from my birthday will be in the next couple of builds in a big way, I'm guessing. I know for sure that this one and next one involve them, so that's good. I wanted to use this. This came with the Ultra Lounge Living set on the store. At first I was kind of going with this terracotta kind of colour. But then I realised it was just too dark, so I kind of used the same sort of creamy colour that was on the couch. I also like that painting and the way that looks on that desk, just kind of leaning on that on that desk. And I wanted to stick a couple more in, but I couldn't find ones that, one, overlapped without glitching, and two, didn't block off the entire painting. That was the entire reason I wanted a second one. So yeah. So yeah, this is how I kind of did it. I kind of stuck that second one on there. I think I kept it. I'm almost certain I kept it. Yeah, I probably kept it now. So yeah. And then the bedroom in here is actually quite nice. I love the wallpaper. I use my favourite pattern in the game. You know how much I love that pattern. And it was kind of, when I was doing it, I was kind of messing around to see what it would look like if I took out some of the swells and stuff. And I do that on the bedding, actually. I end up, like, with the bedding, just, it looks quite cool. I kind of invert the colours and stuff, and you'll see it. And I kind of wanted to do something fancy on that wall. Turns out I don't do this, don't you worry. I just don't like the way those curtains kind of have that little gap above them. If they just ended at the ceiling, that would be nice. But they don't. And so I was like, nah, I don't think I like this. Here we go. I really don't like this. And I went with these lovely little wall things from Roaring Heights. And then I placed quite a large dresser into them. And I thought that looked really quite nice. So, yeah, that was that little bit. That was my little bit of innovation for this house. I'm just kidding. Hopefully there's a little bit more innovation in this house. But yeah, you can see now I just kind of took out some of the swirls in that pattern, and it looks really different, but it's the same pattern in a way, because I kind of used the darker colour and stuff like that. So that was that. And then I added the TV at the end of the bed, because actually you see quite a lot of that in real houses, and I've never done it in Sims, so I was like, I should probably do that in Sims. I mean, there are certain things that happen a lot in real life in terms of housing. Another one you'll see in a second. Yeah, there's a lot of things you'll see in real life that hardly ever get put in Sims games. Like, you never see them in Sims builds for some reason. And, yeah, and then I kind of tried to do this picture collage thing here. It didn't quite end up the way I wanted it to be. I just find that there's too much gaps. Too much gaps? What? English, please? Too many gaps in this, for me to like it. I mean, I hate to say it, but, like, the way that they made these, paintings fit on a wall look good in, like, their own right, but when you try and put them together in a collage, it just kind of sucks in a way. They just have there's too much gap in some and then too little in others, and it makes it really hard to combine pictures and stuff on a wall. So yeah, that's my feelings towards that. And then we move on, if you'll excuse the silence of Meg at this point, where I do absolutely nothing. If we move on and we kind of do this second, like, it's the larger of the apartments, like it's one of the two larger ones, and it becomes a 2-bedroom place. It's the only 2-bedroom place we have in this apartment building. They're quite small bedrooms though, so that's a shame. And I kind of did it for a kind of girly set of friends or sisters or whatever. In my head it was like one of them was a programmer and the other one was like an events manager or something. So it probably would work that they're both sisters, considering that they're two very different lines of work and not everybody manages to find friends of that different of a like job. You know? I don't know. I'm just saying words again now. Yeah, this kitchen is kind of empty in a way, but it's not at the same time, if that makes any sense, you know? I also found that the stove kind of cut into the thing a little bit, which was sad, but I may have left it anyway, because I'd already faffed around with those counters, so I was like, no, I don't want to do it again. And here I am just sticking some cool colours onto these chairs. I wanted some pattern to these chairs, I don't know, that was how I felt about it, so I made them look like that, and then I stuck them there with a plant behind them, you know, casual plant here and there, you know how it is. And I think the living room ends up pretty nice. While the living space in this ends up pretty nice. We kind of have a TV that kind of is half on the wall and half on the glass, which I like the look of so much. But some of you might not like it. Some of you might absolutely hate it and be like, oh, it's not realistic enough. I completely understand that, but I like it and I'm keeping it, okay? And I decided not to go with the old pink couch. I kind of went with the pink, like, wooden parts of the couch instead, just because I was like, I don't like the look of it with pink seats, so I'm going to do it another way. But yeah, that was my thought process there. I kind of stuck a bunch of posters on the wall because the idea was obviously that we have like an events manager and a programmer, and you'll see where the programmer bit comes in just a second. This table gets filled, and I mean filled, with game consoles. Hell yeah. And obviously a flower, because they're female and they like flowers like any no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna be sexist towards my own sex, you know. I don't think that makes much sense, but there we go. And then I like these bedrooms actually. I think the programmer's bedroom worked out the best. In terms of space, they're quite tricky to put a double bed in because they're so small. Like 4x4 isn't really the perfect size. It's good in game when you don't have a dresser. It's good for like having a very little space. If you've only got like a small space or not very much money, it's quite good for that. But since this was like a build, it kind of annoys me when I don't have enough space to do what I want in bedrooms these days. I actually love this bedroom. I love the stripes. I love the little flash of orange. I love what I do with the dresser, what I do with the walls. And you see the bed, I kind of stuck it against a wall. That's what I meant by the old other thing that people do in real life. And I know Deli just did it in one of her builds, and I was like, I did it like 2 days ago. It's cool. Great minds think alike, eh? That's where I'm going with this. I'm also kind of bummed, but kind of excited that she built a shipping container house, because I've been trying to do that forever. Trying to make it look awesome, because like her, I very much love the aesthetic of those shipping container homes, or those really tiny homes. There's this one I saw which was 3 foot by 4 foot, and then 4 foot up. No, it wasn't 4 foot up. That would be absurd. Even I couldn't fit in that. 6 foot up, I think. I think that was it. And it was just this entirely tiny little contained house. You kind of walk in, there's like a living space which kind of has a fold out table, and then like a TV on the wall. And there's so much storage space under these stairs, and there's kind of like, you go up a few stairs and you get to the kitchen area, and then you go up a few more stairs and there's the bed. It was really cool, and I will try and find it for you, but most likely I won't even find it because I don't remember the name of it. It was like something done by a university. I think it was a university over here, which could narrow things down a little bit. But yeah, that second bedroom wasn't quite as full, I say. I kind of had to struggle to fit in that dresser in there, but there we go. Anyway, we're moving on to the last apartment now. This is, I'd say these guys are a couple who have a lot of extended family. That's kind of where I came from with this one, because there's a lot of seating in this living area. The living area takes kind of like precedence over the kitchen. Like I did like a small kitchen area, but the living space is much bigger. I don't know, I felt like that just worked for this. So yeah, and I hardly ever use that TV unit, and I wish I did, because I used to love that TV unit when I got it. So yeah, and then I stick the old Roaring Heights bookcases in. You'll see that in next week's build. Oh, giving you so many hints. You love it, really. So yeah, and then I use some of the Bohemian Gardens kind of like, I call them puffs. We've always called them puffs in our house, but I don't think that's politically correct, so I'm just going to call them ottomans, even though they're not quite ottomans. Are they called puffs in the game? I don't even know. We always used to call them puffs, and I feel like saying that just is a little bit, I don't know. And never mind. I stuck these mirrors next to this bed, and then I realised, hey, they're not gonna want that in the mornings or when they're up to whatever they're doing. So I stuck blinds on top of them, which worked alright, I guess. I think it looked quite good. It would have been nice if those blinds let in a bit more of the mirror behind it. That's my only gripe with those blinds, but I love those blinds anyway. And I kind of went very minimal with the dressing area, just lots of drawers, and obviously the mirrors were behind. And then I kind of delved into lighting a bit more, because I forgot lighting, because I always forget lighting, because you know what I'm like. And then that is basically it. And here are some lovely shots. I don't know why I took pictures of the outside, because it's pretty much exactly the same as what James did. But in we come to the first, this is like the hallway. Then we move into the bachelor pad style one. I think I took pictures of them in the order that I built them, so that will be good, I suppose. Yeah, this shot is the one I shared on Twitter. For those of you who are interested. And I also like this shot with the street signs as well from fast lane stuff. I think they look really cool. And then we move on to the second one, the warmest of the houses, I'd say. I just kind of took a closer photo of that living space because it was quite simple, but it was quite nice. And this bedroom I love. Those lights, I didn't talk about them before, but they were from Island Paradise. I thought they worked really nicely. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope I did a decent enough job of James's build for you guys. Yeah, I really hope you like it. Any feedback, as always, is appreciated. I hope you, if you came to this, just randomly found it, I hope you liked it and you subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I do speed builds every Saturday, so yeah. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.